So you're thinking about making that move to Frankfort, Illinois. Well, that's a great idea. But first, you might want to hear these pros and these cons before you make that final decision. All right. So we're about to get after the pros and cons of Frankfort, Illinois today. So stick around to the end of this video so you can get all of them. And then we'll also go ahead and share with you one of the reasons why many people are making that move to Frankfort, Illinois right now. All right. We're about to get after it right now. Let's go. If this is your first time on this channel, you want to know everything there is to know about living in Chicago and the neighboring suburbs like Frankfort, Illinois, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in Chicago. Hey, what's up? It's your boy Marlon here with my team, and we get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you. Yeah, just like you, looking to make that move to Chicago, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, it does not matter. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email so we can help you make a smooth move to the city of Chicago. But all right, we're getting after it today. We're talking about the pros and the cons of living in Frankfort, Illinois. All right, so we're just gonna dive right into it, right? We're gonna start off on a good note here. We're gonna start with pro number one, and that's gonna be the quality of life, right? In Frankfort, Illinois, they have a great quality of life because they are south of Chicago, right? So you're not really close, to the urban lifestyle, the urban, Chicago city living. That's not what you're gonna be experiencing when you're living in Frankfort. It's south of Chicago, about 45 minutes away with no traffic. So, that's going to come with some privacy. That's going to come with some great quality of life. You're going to be able to go outside, enjoy the fresh air, walk around, right? See your neighbors, wave, walk the dog, whatever you got to do, on your day to day. But you're going to be able to do that in Frankfort, especially with these big lots that they have and some of these big homes that they have, in Frankfort, Illinois. So that's going to be really great. And especially if you have, the in-laws staying with you, or if you got, a really big family, say you got, a lot of kids, or, say you got, grandma staying with you, whatever the case may be, right? We all have things going on, right? And so if you find yourself in that situation and you need a bigger home, Frankfort has a lot of great options for you, at least to choose from, right? So that's at least a good thing, right? You at least get, variety when you're trying to choose, okay? So that's something that Frankfort's gonna offer, great quality of life. So get in there. If you're thinking about moving to Frankfort, I think it'd be a great idea, okay? But that's gonna be our pro number one. Now, on the other side of that, the flip side of the coin is that the cost of living in Frankfort is high, okay? So that is the con number one that we have. The cost of living is high. Now, Frankfort's gonna boast a couple multi-million-dollar homes around that $3 million, $2 million, $1 million range. So if you're looking, or if that's within your budget, then that is a great thing, right? You're going to be able to, find a great size home, at a good price as well. And, that's going to be really nice. Okay. So if that is you as well, give us a call, shoot us a text. We can help you secure one right away. But, if you're also thinking of moving to Frankfort, but you don't want to stay in something that large, like a really big home, maybe something that's like a little smaller, maybe a 3,000 square foot home, then they do have those available. They just are a little bit cheaper, right? Of course. So those are going to run you maybe $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 for, a smaller size home. Okay. So that's the thing about Frankfort, is that your money just doesn't stretch as long as it could if you were living in a different suburb, right? So that's all right. So that's just going to be Frankfort for you. If you're thinking about moving there, that could be a good option for you. But that's going to be con number one. All right, moving into the next pro, we're going to move in, and they have some great schools. Okay, so Frankfort is going to be really close to the Lincoln Way schools. So those are some great schools. So if you're thinking about sending your kids to a public school and you're worried if they're going to get a good education or have a good time at school, then, I think Lincoln Way schools are a great option, and they do have some really good reviews on niche.com. So just go ahead and check them out and do some research on those. But from what I've heard and what I've heard from clients who've moved there and enrolled their kids in those schools, that they love it. All right. So that's just what I can say about that. So that's going to be for the top schools in Frankfort, Illinois. All right. So that's going to be really nice. Now, moving on into the next con, right? That's going to be the limited public transportation. Okay. So in Frankfort, it's south of Chicago, right? And it's a little bit further south than you may not expect. Okay. So it's going to put you at around a 45-minute drive with no traffic, but an hour drive with some traffic. Okay. So just keep that in mind. If you have to commute to the city or anywhere outside of Frankfort, then you may have to account for the time it's going to take you to get there, right? Of course. But there is almost no public transportation to Frankfort. So you will need a car. and a lot of the grocery stores and some of the stores or the conveniences that you may need, they may not be really close to you. So you're definitely going to need a car to get around and to make sure that you can get to the grocery store or get to the doctor's or wherever you got to go, get to your hair appointment, whatever it is, right? Make sure you're looking good too, right? You look good, you feel good, all right? But to move on right from that, that's going to be con number 2, right, is the limited public transportation and the commute times, okay? Now, moving into the next pro, right, we're going to be moving to pro number 3, and that's going to be the safety in Frankfort is top notch, right? So since it is so far away from Chicago, it is a private community, right? The safety in this area is going to be really, really good, okay? And, you're going to be, in a bigger, lot size if you choose to go that route. So you're going to be really kind of gated off from the public, and you're going to have a lot of privacy, and you're going to be really safe in that area as well. So that is something that is a huge plus about it, and something that our clients really love about Frankfort. So make sure I tell everybody so they know they're going in. All right. So that's going to be the next pro. Now moving into our last con, right? The last con is going to be the health and safety, right? So there is not going to be a really close, healthcare facility nearby. So you may have to drive a little bit to get to your doctor's appointment. And that is something that, people, they do care about, right? So just keep that in mind. If you're thinking about moving to Frankfort and you're looking at some locations, make sure you're close enough to where you can get help if you need help. All right. So that is something that we like to tell our clients, and we try to, help them if they need to be closer to that. We will make sure that we get them a home that is close enough for them. All right. So that is something that you should know about. And since you decided to stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to go ahead and share with you, right, why people are actually moving to Frankfort now. And the reason is the strong sense of community, right? The sense of community in Frankfort is really, really nice because you can go out and, see your neighbor. You can go out and experience, events at your local clubhouse or something like that. Get to know your neighbors, and everybody's just friendly. I don't know if it's just the Midwest vibes or what it is, but, out here, people are just friendly. They want to get to know you. They'll speak to you. They won't ignore you. So that is something that is really nice as well. And if you go to the park, or if you have any events outside, or a barbecue or the cookout, you know what I mean? Any of those things, right? These are things that kind of add to that community feeling and really make, owning a home and living in a community really worth it. All right. So that's something that we love to tell our clients, and we appreciate you for sticking around to the end of this video. And if you found some value in this video, go ahead and give us a like, right? So we can continue giving you guys the game here about where you should be staying at in Chicago. But again, if you are thinking about making that move to Frankfort, Illinois, don't hesitate. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email so we can help you make a smooth move to the city of Frankfort or anywhere in Chicago, all right? But until I can show you around the city of Chicago, or until I can show you around your new home, peace.